Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm DarkHour717, and today we're going to be taking another look at one of our ship guides. Today we're going to actually be looking at the Esperia Glaive. Before we get started though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and help me out with the YouTube algorithm. I'm working hard to get to the 5,000 subscriber mark, and hitting that really helps me a great deal with getting the video out to more people. And most of all, I greatly appreciate it. Also stick around till the end of the video to find out how you can get entered in for a chance to win a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. The Glaive is one of the few ships from Esperia that we see in the verse. The Glaive itself is designed off the Esperia Scythe, which is a single-wing bladed fighter. The Glaive adds symmetry to this design by adding a second wing blade. This in turn really creates a new look for the body of the ship and creates a sleek and slim appearance to it. Very reminiscent of a Cylon Raider, the ship really represents a classic sci-fi look and feel. Originally designed as a promotional campaign limited to 1,000 ships, it was announced on 7th of August 2015 as a promotion in regard to an improved Vanduul Swarm and Arena Commander. The prize of making it through the multiplayer was the ability to pledge the Esperia Glaive. As mentioned, it was limited to 1,000 at the time of announcement, but of course, completing the Vanduul Swarm now can also earn you the badge and the ability to rent the Glaive in Arena Commander or even pledge it in the ship store. This implies that the 1,000 ship limit was never actually achieved or was removed, though the Glaive continues to be a rarity that is seen in game. The Glaive cannot be purchased in game or rented from any of the locations. In order to pledge, you do need to complete Vanduul Swarm in a multiplayer match, much like you do for the pirate variants of the Caterpillar and the Gladius and Pirate Swarm. A pledge on this is actually going to cost $350 US. One benefit over the Pirate Gladius or Caterpillar, where you have to actually pledge it as a standalone ship, is the fact that you can upgrade to the Glaive from a lower cost ship. Keep in mind, when completing Vanduul Swarm, access to the purchase of the Glaive is not immediate and is unlocked for access at its next scheduled sale, which is typically Alien Week or IAE. The Glaive was generally flown by Vanduul that had a higher level of combat experience. The ship is better armed than the Scythe with its second blade style wing. This blade design was intended to be able to slice into other ships' hulls, compromising its integrity and crippling the ship as it cut through it. The version we see in game now is a Esperia design converted for human flight. The ship design and classification is a medium fighter, and it's designed only for combat. It's got a max crew of 1, with a length of 24 meters, a width of 33 meters, and a height of 9 meters. Its top SCM speed is 181 meters per second, with an afterburner speed of 1,225 meters per second. Hydrogen capacity is 120,000 liters, and the quantum fuel capacity is 583 liters. It truly has a zero cargo space capacity. The Esperia Glaive is actually modestly equipped with 2 size 1 all-stop military grade C shield generators, 1 size 1 referral Cascade military grade B power plant, and 2 size 1 Bracer military grade C coolers. It has a 1 size 1 Beacon military grade C quantum drive, which is going to give you a 20 million kilometer time of 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Crusader to Hurston is actually going to take 4 minutes and 35 seconds, not including the time it's required to stop and get more fuel. And Microtech to ArcCorp is going to be 6 minutes and 22 seconds, again not taking into account the extra time for stopping for fuel. This thing is not necessarily designed for cross-system travel with the fuel consumption of the Beacon Quantum Drive, and there's definitely room for improvement. But the Glaive has sharp defined lines that present an aggressive and menacing appearance. It is very maneuverable and nimble and easy to control. Responsive to all input from a pilot, it is fairly easy to jump in and take off in the Glaive with little to no difficulty. The Glaive, as fearful looking as it is, does seem to lack a bit where it counts though. And for something that is to be menacing and instill fear into its opponent, this is where it really falls short of what it could have been and what the stock weapons loadout is: 2 size 1 classified weak laser cannons, 2 size 5 Wrath plasma cannons, 8 size 2 Bullet 2 infrared missiles, and of course you have the 2 wings with blades on the end of them to slice into ships' hulls. Though keep in mind that currently right now, if you try to do this with the wings, you're probably going to end up killing yourself, as the blade gameplay is not in-game yet to where it will cause significant damage. When fighting in its stock configuration, its size 5 cannons do a decent job, though these are bespoke and non-interchangeable, and this in turn requires the pilot's aim to really be spot on. The 2 size 1 weak cannons really seem to be a non-factor in all honesty. And the missile racks are not interchangeable, but missile types can be replaced with a more favored size 2 missile. When in a fight, the glaive can wear down its opponent over time, but up against a ship of equal size, the opponent is most likely to come out on top, as the shields in the body of the glaive really seem to be lacking adequate protection. It would be highly recommended to replace the stock components with military grade A components for added protection. Going with the FR-66 shields or even a Palisade or a combination of both would be a much needed improvement. Throw in with that a pair of ultra-flow coolers and a Breton or JS-330 power plant, you'd really get an increase in the survivability. I would also swap the Quantum drive for an Atlas or a Voyage, which will add time to the Quantum but will remove the needed stops for fuel, ultimately shortening the overall travel time. I do have to admit the Glaive is extremely fun to fly. The Vanduul style is very unique in comparison to most other ships in the verse. Only similarity to non-Vanduul ships are the folding wings when extending the landing gear. Some may have difficulty though finding the entry point at first, as it's on the belly of the ship and uses a sled-like design to draw the pilot into the cockpit. When flying, the pilot also remains in a prone position versus a seated position. The cockpit itself is laid out nicely with all the MFDs conveniently displayed. Though easy to see, some may find the all-red interior a bit difficult to read appropriately though, as the radar contacts can be difficult to distinguish between friendly or enemy, and the thrust gauge is difficult to determine the separation between SCM and afterburner speed. One thing to note is that in a previous Star Citizen Live, it has been mentioned that the redesigns on the Vanduul ships have been done and at this point may even be completed. But these will not be implemented until the release of Squadron 42. It may even be possible that we might see some improvements on the ship come that time, but nothing conclusive has been announced as of yet. The Glaive, in conclusion, is a beautiful looking and absolutely fabulous handling ship. But with the drawbacks of the pledge cost as well as the durability, this is something I would relate to more of a collector's item or a trophy for showing off your accomplishments within Vanduul Swarm. One redeeming factor though is if you have a moderately priced ship you don't fly or you don't want any longer in your fleet, you're able to upgrade it into the Glaive. I see that as the best option if you're wanting to obtain it and feel that you really want this Vanduul replica ship by Esperia. I hope you've enjoyed this ship guide, and don't forget to get your entries in for March's YouTube exclusive giveaway of a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Just subscribe on YouTube and comment on any video and you'll automatically be entered. Also, you can catch us on Twitch where we stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can also get entered for a Twitch exclusive giveaway of a Thrustmaster T16000 HOTAS. Just subscribe here and follow over on Twitch and you'll automatically be entered for both giveaways, and we'll draw those prizes on April 1st. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, check out the merch store or become a member for as little as 99 cents a month by hitting that join button above. Everything that comes in from those sources goes right back into our giveaway so we can give back to the community. I personally want to thank everybody for all the support, and please be safe out there, and we will catch you next time.